On May 7th, Donald Trump and his campaign for re-election in 2020 are going to be holding a little fundraiser event. And if you donate $25,000 or more, you're going to be a part of it. You get to come in. You get to, get your hands on maybe some of these retreats, maybe some policy discussions, maybe some dinner with the president, according to reports by Politico. But here's the thing. Just a few years ago, when Trump was running in 2016, it actually was very hard for him to put together a complete full room of people willing to give him $25,000 to run for president. But now, all of these donors that were scared of Trump in 2016, they're all coming back. They're all coming back to the Republican Party. And in fact, donors who sat out 2016 because they were disgusted by Trump are now giving millions of dollars, according to this Politico report, to the Trump re-election campaign. And here's why. Dallas Republican Roy Bailey said he's seen commitments from about 150 donors, some of whom had strongly opposed Donald Trump in 2016. They were slow to come on board, according to Bailey. I've had a couple people that in 2016, they just weren't on board with candidate Trump at all. And they said, look, Roy, he has won me over. I'm all in. And there's a reason why they're all in now. I'm going to get to that in just a second. I'm going to let their own words do the talking on that as well. But Donald Trump struggled to raise outside money from the big Republican donors, most of them, in 2016. But now, all of them totally on board. We're going to give to Trump, even though the dude doesn't need it, because according to him, he's worth what, $10 billion? We get our hands on his financial records. I'm willing to bet we're going to see it's a lot less than that. But even if it is, he could still totally afford to run his own campaign without ever having to ask another human being for money. He won't do that because he loves his money but doesn't mind spending your money. So please keep that in mind if you're thinking about donating to Donald Trump. He'll blow your money. He'll set it on fire if he feels like it, but he won't ever touch his own. But here's the thing. This is why everybody's all on board now. And this is according to Jeff Verhoff, who bundled more than $1 million from Marco Rubio's failed Republican presidential campaign. He said, all you have to do is look at what the other side is gearing up for. And this is a pretty easy decision for a lot of people. From a policy standpoint, there's virtually nothing they disagree with. Then layer on top of that the choice that the other side is presenting to the country, and it's a no-brainer. What Mr. Verhoff did right there was he brought home a point that we have been saying since before Donald Trump was even elected. Republicans hate Donald Trump, sure, on the outside, but they stand for the exact same things on the inside. There are no policy disagreements within the Republican Party between your donors, between your members of Congress, your senators, and the president. Sure, a different Republican would not have attacked folks on Twitter every single day, but the policies would have been the same. The judges that they're putting in place would have been the same. We would still have kids locked in cages. We would still have this horrible economic policy that is benefiting the wealthy and screwing over everybody else in this country. And that is actually another reason these big money donors are coming on board. Like, hey, we got a ton of money from this guy. We can give him a little back to repay him and hopefully ensure another 4 years of it. Because if we don't, if we get a Bernie or we get an Elizabeth Warren in the White House, oh crap. All those extra profits that we don't deserve, those are gone because it's going to be used to give a few million people some health care. It's going to be used to erase some student loan debt. It's going to be used to, God forbid, help the country. That's what these donors are scared of, and that's why they're flocking to Donald Trump right now. But they're also flocking to him because they finally realized there is no damage in being associated with this man anymore. There should be. It should exist. Associating with Donald Trump should be the end of your career. But it's not. And now they see it. Now they know it's okay to come out of the shadows, shower this man with money because they've made a ton of it from his policies to make sure that he stays in office. There was never a disagreement between the Republican Party and Donald Trump on a single policy. The only thing they hated was how abrasive he was on the outside. But today, even that? Nah, that's not as important as how much money those big-time Republican donors have gotten to put in their own pockets, and they've got so much now that they're going to start giving the overflow to Donald Trump. Thanks for watching, everybody, and don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.